Now the ZV-E10, I've used it for a few years already. It's been a wonderful camera. The autofocus is incredible. However, I had a time when I wanted to shoot a couple objects and it just wouldn't focus in the right area. It's very good for shooting people, but when it comes to shooting objects, sometimes I just have a difficult time. And I'm going to share with you something that I learned by using the manual focus on the camera, and specifically focus peaking. Now, I learned this when I was helping my friend out with a video project for her class, and since then, whenever I want to make sure that I have a high probability of getting a good focus, I use focus peaking. I want to share it with you. I think you'll like it too. So let's take a look. Okay, so from here I'm going to go to the manual focus. So under here, focus mode, change that to manual focus. Okay, and then I'm going to go down and then the next thing I'm going to do is change. Now before we get into the peaking setting, the MF assist, I normally turn that off. Let's talk about the peaking settings. So here, peaking display, I'm going to turn it on, which it is. Peaking level, for me, I like it high. You can change it depending on the intensity that you want. And the peaking color is, I put it as blue, but let me just show you what happens. Let me change it to white, and I'll show you why I set it to blue. So right now, what the peaking does is that it highlights in this case white, so you can see it's white here, what is in focus, and anything in white is in focus. But as you can see with this light that I have up here, it causes a white reflection on the keys, so you can't really tell what's in focus and what's just a reflection of the light. So I'm going to change that to a color that's not on there. So the peaking color, I'm going to change it to blue. And when I do that, now you see it's a blue color. Now you can tell which part is in focus and which isn't. Okay, so this part is in focus. Okay, so I'm going to change one more setting. It's called the focus magnifier. Let me just show you how it works. So the focus magnifier, like for me, my eyes are not as good as it used to be, so I need all the help I can get. I don't have like a viewfinder on this camera. The ZV-E10 doesn't come with one, but it does have these features like the focus peaking, but also this focus magnifier, which helps me out so that this is a small screen, yeah, so it's hard to really see, for me anyways, to see what's in focus and what isn't. When I hit this button, it magnifies it so that I can fine-tune the focus peaking adjustment. See, so now I can further make sure that this is in focus. I can hit it again and it does it even more, so I can be sure that what I want to shoot is in focus. And that's what the focus magnifier does. Another setting that I would suggest changing is focus magnification time. I changed it to no limit. If it's just on, like, by default it's like on 2 seconds, and if I try to use it, let's see, try and use the focus magnifier. So if I try to make an adjustment, 2 seconds, it goes back. So I just want to have no limit, just allow me the time to magnify whatever I need to, get my focus set up. So let me tap that to get it working. And then if I want to get over the A, I just use these directional buttons here to get me over what I want to focus on. And then I can make my adjustment. Okay, and when I'm done, I can hit the center button and goes back out. Alright, so now we're ready. I'm going to take a few shots just to show you how it works. I'm going to try and hit the first key right here, letter A. Then maybe we'll go to the letter Z, and then we'll try and get the letter X. Alright, so I think I have a good shot on this. Let me just check it again. Yeah, and again, I'm not going to use manual focus on every case because this camera is really good at focusing on items and people, especially people. I'm not going to be using manual focus, but it's generally if, like, say for this, I just want to take a shot, a picture of something, or maybe you're on a tripod and whatever object you're taking a picture of is stationary, it's not moving, then and I want to make sure I get it in focus, or if I'm particular in any situation where I want a certain thing in focus, I don't want to worry about whether or not I go back home, I look at the image or the video, and what I wanted wasn't in focus. If I'm specific on what I want focus, I want to do a manual focus. I'm going to do this slowly too. Sorry. Oh, and this is a good example. One of the drawbacks to manual focus is that once the camera goes to sleep, or once you turn it off and turn it back on, it goes back to being out of focus. So you have to reset everything. Okay. Alright, fine tune there. Okay, let's get it more. Okay. Okay, got my shot. First one taking now. Okay. Now the next one, I'm going down to the Z right here. And then double tap, go in. Okay, got that. And then next shot. Okay, and then the last one all the way in the back. Okay, let's see if we can get that. Right there. Okay, and the third one is there. Now let's go and take a look to see how we did. So let's review the shots. This is the first shot that we took. From what I can see, it seems to be pretty good. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it seems to be in focus. Pretty nice. Okay. And so the second shot we're zooming in on the letter Z, and Z is clearly in focus. Wow. Okay, looks good. And the last one, we're going to focus on this back key. Let's take a look at that. And the back key, the letter X is in focus. Great. So 3 out of 3 shots were taken, and they all seem to hit the mark. Let me know in the comments below. And I hope this helped you out. It helped me out. I'm just starting in cameras, and I just found this and I wanted to share it with you. So leave a like down below if it helped you out, and share it with your friends. And if you have any other things to share with me, leave that in the comments below too. Until next time, aloha.